Oh gosh. What is going on? What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. Gonna revive. I don't know why he went all the way out here. Come on, Tahar. Fall back! Oh my god, this guy! What is he doing? What the hell? I think that's Gore. I swear, if that was Tahar, man. Come on now. Revive, revive. Come on, hold on one sec. I'll do my intro 1 sec.
Like
fall back! Get the army up here.
Heading out for the Guardian. For the Falcon.
Okay, first of all, you gotta heal him up. Okay. Potion.
Help me.
Okay, you gotta transform into a war bear, baby. Get into war bear mode. War bear mode, baby. All right. There you go. Now everybody, come back. Come back. Yeah, these guys are just constantly gonna attack. Constantly. Oh, I can upgrade my fortified watchtower. Yeah, hell yeah. Fortified watchtower. Oh, what's up, Wosaya? Thank you for the follow. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by, enjoying this Spellforce 3 main campaign gameplay. Forgive me if I don't have the best of skills when playing. I know I'm not as skilled as you are at the game, or knowledgeable. But yeah, no, the main campaign, playing it through it, I'm getting it. I started getting it. In the beginning, I was not getting it at all, but now I'm starting to get it more.
Blazes, you did it! You crushed that scum all by yourself?
Seems like I did. Who are you?
Gifford Hendry. Color me impressed. Look, I know about your quest to defeat the Harbinger, and I want to help. I am, if I may say so, one of the best siege weapons specialists in Northander. And I'm sure I can be a valuable asset to your cause.
What about the Falcons? The tomb still needs to be protected.
They will be fine. My apprentice is with them, and she knows what she's doing. If you want my help, I will ask Highkeeper Aranor for permission.
Well, any help is appreciated. Thank you, Gifford.
Haha! Thanks, Gifford. Ooh, a mace, eh? Who can wield it? She can wield it. Gore can't wield it. Can he wield it? No. I'll take the gold. Alright, let's talk to this lady here. I'm assuming this is the lady. Yeah.
And once again, you save the day.
Highkeeper
I'm
Aranor.
ashamed you only see the Falcons like this. Failing.
I've gotten used to it.
I've gotten used to it.
Well, your mockery is justified. I guess this was your plan, Angar. Helping your sister. You always liked to be the savior.
Sister?
Yes. We're twins.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because it wasn't relevant. I'm not here to save you, Aranor. I'm here because we need your help. We need the Keepers.
Why? Because of our legendary skills? You see how much they've helped us. But I guess we should discuss this elsewhere. Let us meet at your outpost, Tahar. Before we do anything else, we need to tend to the wounded and make sure the tomb is properly guarded again.
What?
There you are. Well then, let's get this over with, shall we? What did you mean by you need our help? I appreciate what you did for us. You too, Angar. But you know that Falcons cannot leave the canyon. The tomb needs to be protected, from now until eternity.
And even if that weren't so, given your choice of allies, the Falcons couldn't serve you even if I ordered them to. It's the tradition. Siding with the Dark Races is blasphemy.
Traditions are what killed your men and your second-in-command just a moon ago. Did you forget that already?
That's different.
It's not, Aranor. You made a mistake. And no, I'm not blaming you for it. I've made more than I can count. But this is about more than your Oda's creed. It's about all of Northander.
Again, the Keepers cannot leave the tomb unguarded.
They will guard the tomb, but not all of you. We'll provide you with enough soldiers to both rebuild your fortress and to protect the tomb while you are with us. And once the Harbinger is dead, you can return to the canyon. Please, Aranor, don't make this harder than it is. You know I have the power to command you if needed, but I don't want to do this.
Fine. I suppose you're right. If the Harbinger is mad enough to attack Aenir's blade, we would not be safe here anyway. We will lend you our maces, Tahar, as long as you serve a righteous cause. What about Myra? House Uhtren's army is among the largest in Northander. Will she help too?
That's a long story. I'll tell you on the way to Mullendeer.
Fine. But these
Oh,
soldiers
man, yeah.
are sending
Thank you
as
for
a
stopping by,
temporary
Wolf.
replacement. I will
I
be the
appreciate
one who
it.
picks them. Is that clear?
Yes.
Good. Then I will join you with 24 of my keepers. That has to be enough. When do we head out?
Soon. Tahar will give the command.
Nice! Level up, baby! Champion unlocked. Catapult unlocked. Yeah. Mentalist unlocked. Yeah. Keeper unlocked. Oh, all of them I unlocked just by playing.
I think that's them.
Not saying you are wrong, but maybe now wasn't the best time to cause turmoil among your people, don't you think?
There was no way I could have known this would happen.
Maybe not. Maybe you could have. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Seems your allies have arrived. You're Tahar, aren't you? Silverhand is pleased to meet you.
Watch it, Tahar. This man's aura is overwhelming.
It is indeed, but that doesn't mean he wants to harm you.
What the? What? Who's he? Yeah, no, wait, hold on. What was that?
What was that? Did you just...
Send you a message. Yes, he is a dreamweaver. But don't worry, it doesn't mean that he can read your thoughts. All he can do is transfer them to you, and only if you're close by.
Alright, who's he?
He?
Him. Silverhand. The man you were talking to.
Okay.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Just call him Silverhand. Most people do. He's a friend of the elves, you might say. Particularly of the brown blood Moorhere kind. And he's here because his friend Varden Merilith told him they had gotten themselves into trouble. Once again. Arlen Finrior, the first scryer of Lathwen, has disappeared.
Ran off. I think that's a better way to put it. But let's talk in the outpost. Follow me.
All right. So,
You guys are elves,
where do
right?
we begin? The corruption hit again, harder than before.
But why? We cleaned the pools, didn't we?
You did, yes. But as it turns out, that was only temporary. After you left, the corruption came back with a vengeance. So far, we have lost over 12 hunters to it. Then, one night, Arlen Finrior ran off, just like that.
Why would he do that?
Well, he left a note. To cure the corruption.
There's more to it, though. Silverhand hasn't told Varden yet, but he can feel it.
I see. So you're here to find Arlen, is that it? And that's what you need our help for?
Yes, despite Silverhand and his mages, the jungle turns out far more perilous than anticipated. There's corrupted, there's those beasts, and there's purity, as they like to style themselves. Silverhand would call them self-important blockheads.
So what do you need us to do?
The same you did in Leaf Shade. Find the cause of the corruption and end it. And of course, find Arlen if he's still alive. If we don't settle that matter, we don't have a choice but order the troops we provided you with back to us.
Not to mention that the corruption might spread, which, after this land just lived through the Bloodburn, would be an unfortunate development indeed.
What is the purity doing here anyway?
Any idea what the purity is doing here?
None. They seem to be peaceful, as far as that can ever be said about them. Maybe you'll find out.
Alright. Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
I'll scout the jungle for traces of Arlen and the source of the corruption. You stay here and make sure your camp is safe.
Good to hear. Thank you, Tahar. I mean it. We'll hold our position.
Though Silverhand might reach out to you every now and then. We shall see.
Fair enough. Stay safe.
Alrighty, alrighty. Let's go into the quest tracker. So we got here.
So, that man can talk in our thoughts?
So it seems. He's a dreamweaver, like Iana.
Well, I'm glad she doesn't do this often.
Oh, I should have took Liana with me here then. Oh, my bad. It's okay. Why are you hiding in here?
Silverhand said you found the cause of the corruption. Is that true?
I think so. There's a thick, reddish mist spreading all across the middle of the jungle. It kills whoever walks into it.
Any sign of Arlen?
I'm afraid not. But we saw purity in the jungle. They seem to be oblivious to what the mist does.
Silverhand sees. Well, they are not our priority right now. The purity will be dealt with once we've cleared the corruption. Be that as it may, it seems they are not getting anywhere without clearing up that mist.
Maybe there's something you and your winter mages could do about it?
No. No, Silverhand cannot. But he thinks there's someone who can.
You don't sound too happy about it.
Yes, well, he is a complicated character, and that's putting it mildly. He's a priest of Nor.
A dark elf?
Yes, but save for him, Silverhand can't think of anybody who could help us otherwise. You'll need to find him and bring him here. He lives in the old monastery.
The old monastery, question
The
mark?
old monastery. What's that?
You don't know. It was once an old cloister devoted to the Guardians, but it burned down in the War of the Six Races. And it's deserted now, save for a few pilgrims and devoted priests who still live there.
So you want me to convince him to help us? Huh.
So I'm guessing you want me to go there and convince that seer to come here.
Wraith. His name is Wraith. But yes, that is what he would ask you to do. Silverhand knows you've traveled far already, but unless you know another way to deal with that mist, Wraith seems to be our only option.
All right, I'll try.
Okay. Let's go find this Wraith.
Okay, according to the map, the old monastery should be up ahead. We need to find this Wraith, and we need to do it fast. Who knows how fast this corrupted fog will spread.
I couldn't agree more.
Henry, there was no way I could have known. We needed to try.
Yeah, it's just like we tried with the woman and her rosaries and that old guy with his crystals.
This another traveler.
Okay.
Did you also come for Nathaniel and his holy water? If so, don't even bother. He's a charlatan.
Huh?
Never mind.
No. Wait. You people look like you can defend yourselves, right?
Why? What happened to you?
The short version? My father heard stories about a holy priest of Tiara who sells holy water from a holy fountain that can apparently cure my disability.
Son, it wasn't that simple.
As it turned out, that holy priest was a charlatan. We paid most of our savings for his cleansing water, and of course it didn't do anything. Now we're broke. That is, unless you could help us.
This is not their responsibility, Henry. Thank you for listening, but we should go now.
Wait, tell me more.
Wait, tell me more.
But what? Would you rather come back to Mother without a single sodding coin in your pocket? Let that fucking bastard get away?
Watch your language, son. Whatever happened, we are on holy grounds here.
Yes, Father. I know.
All right. Tell me about that holy water.
Can you tell me more about this holy water?
Well, only what I've already told you. It comes directly from a fountain near the old monastery, and drinking it has the power to heal. And yes, I know how this must sound to you, but as I said, there have been numerous reports of people getting cured. Our neighbor's son who fell and broke his back, an old man who even regained sight.
But there's no way of knowing these healings actually happened. And even if they did, it might have simply been coincidence. alchemy cures diseases, like magic does, but not this nonsense.
Huh. The boy is more reasonable than his father.
Well, maybe you're right. It did not work after all. But I don't know. This man simply didn't seem like a liar to me.
Huh.
All right. Why don't you talk to this priest?
Why don't you talk to this priest instead?
Well, I don't know. I guess because you can call me many things, but not imposing. I'm an architect, not a warrior like you. Also, it's just a pouch of coin. He tried his best, so did we, and it didn't work. That's just the way the world works sometimes.
What's wrong with Henry? Yeah, he sounds like he has a stutter or something.
What's wrong with Henry?
Oh, he has the palsy. He was never able
palsy.
to walk or do any physical labor. Since then, my wife and I have tried everything to cure him, but it didn't work. Though that, of course, doesn't mean we've given up.
Actually, I think it will be better. It's just the way I am, and no amount of holy water and sermons is going to change that.
Come on, Henry, don't say that. The moment you surrender is the moment you lose, as Neathuff always says.
All right, well, we're gonna help you.
Let me see if I can talk to that priest. Where is he?
Are you?
Yes, we are. That man is in the south. His name is Nathaniel, and he's a priest of Tiara, so you should recognize him. And thank you.
Fine, if you think it helps.
All right, let's go see that priest before we go on to the main quest here. Somewhere down here. Somewhere here. So hopefully, I'm just gonna follow my crew.
Greetings. Are you Nathaniel?
Yes, that would be me. How may I help you?
I had a chat with an elf called Nilas. He was here with his son, and he told me that you sold him some healing potion that didn't work. Now they hardly have the money to return to Everlight.
Ah, yes, I remember him. The architect with a crippled boy. He was very generous indeed. I'm saddened the potion didn't work, but there's not much I can do. And yes, I accepted a donation and I gave him a vial of healing water in return. I never specified the amount of said donation.
How did you explain the holy water didn't work?
Huh. So how do you explain that the holy water didn't work?
Well, the Guardians work in mysterious ways. We never promise that the water will work on everyone, but it does work though. Be sure of that. I've seen it with my own eyes. I saw lepers tearing off their robes to reveal a healed body. Blind men seeing the colors of the leaves for the first time in their lives. So how could we deny these souls-seeking help a chance at something so wonderful?
These cases you mentioned could simply be a coincidence.
Yes, I have considered that. But the Guardians work in mysterious ways. All we priests can do is serve them and bring their gifts into this world. Whether they choose to perform a miracle or not is their choice.
Why would the elf just hand over his gold?
You said that the donations are voluntary. That doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone give up their entire life savings just like that?
The followers make their donations at their own discretion. Yes, everyone has to make a donation before drinking from the Blessed Spring, but we always ask them to donate whatever they can afford. It is not our intention to destroy lives. Some followers believe that bigger donations result in more grace from the Guardian, and yes, obviously this isn't true, and we do all we can
That's
not
literally
to perpetuate
tied.
this misconception. But that does not stop people from doing it.
That's literally what he's talking about. Is literally tithing. That's literally it. I've been in. My mom is religious, and she, my God, when I was younger, going to church, and I remember the pastor saying and preaching something like, if you don't tithe this, like, it was like a whole presentation of like how much percentage you need to give, how much of your own money to give to receive blessing in life. Come on now. I don't know. Okay. I think I've heard
All
enough.
right. I think I've heard enough.
Hand over the donation. Should I say that? Hand it over.
Well, your potion didn't work, so Nilas has a right to get his money back. Hand over the donation.
Ugh, I see. Well, you do not seem to be someone who would take a no for an answer. So be it then. Here's the money. Now I would prefer it if you left.
Sure.
Cool. See?
I'll take a look.
What's in here? Whoa, baby. Oh wait, no. It's the same staff that I have. I guess I'll sell it. All right, let's go back to Henry. Love it.
All right. So I talked to the priest. Seems he gave you the real holy water and it simply didn't work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Yes, that is what I expected.
What about the gold? Did you get it back?
I did, yes. He wasn't too happy about it, but here it is.
Let me see. By Ellen, yes, that's all of it. Look, Father, I told you, the money wasn't lost.
Let's just hope Ellen doesn't punish us for taking from her servants. Either way, I suppose I should be grateful. Thank you, stranger, for dealing with this.
So, you're an architect, right?
I guess I am, yes. Why?
This might sound a little odd, but I could use someone with knowledge of elven structures in my camp. It would just be for a while, and who knows, maybe the mages there can even find a way to help your son.
More holy waters and rose wreaths?
No. Alchemy and magic.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting offer. So this army of yours, what do you fight?
All sorts of things. We're just trying to keep the world safe from threats.
That's ambitious. But, I could actually use some good work after spending on all these treatments. Where is this camp of yours? We could discuss the details there.
A long way off. But just meet me at the border and we'll talk there. I can tell you all the details.
Sounds interesting. All right, then I will wait for you at the border. Henry, are you coming?
Definitely.
All right, cool. Glad to have you on our squad.
More travelers. What do you want?
Are you Wraith?
Who's asking?
A friend of Silverhand.
A friend of Silverhand.
That doesn't make it better. Listen, I'm not in the mood for a chat. If it's sermons you came here for, go talk to the other pilgrims. I'm sure they can't wait to bombard you with their stupid, idiotic blathering.
We need your help. The Morhier elves are suffering from a plague called the Corruption. They've traced down the cause of it to the Halayish ruins in Leafshade, but...
Please, hold it right there.
Why?
I don't care. I'm sorry, but I simply don't. Now, is there anything else you need? No? Then thank you and goodbye.
What? I was told you were a priest of Nor.
I was told you're a priest of Nor. Is that true?
Was. Not anymore.
Why?
Blazes, what part of I don't want to talk to you didn't you understand?
Hey man, I gotta ask you, what brought you here?
What brought you here?
A quarrel with my lover. We were sweethearts once, used to make love under the silver moon, but ever since she left me, I could find no peace of mind. This place provides me with that.
Really?
No.
Look, the Morhier really need your help.
The Morhier really need your help.
And I really don't care.
Wow. There I thought altruism was dead.
Look, girl, if life taught me anything, it's that there's far too many people who care far too much about other people's business. I won't be one of them. And even if that were different, the Morhier would be the last people I'd help. They are the epitome of self-importance and arrogance. I owe them no loyalty. Now, please, move along. I have things to do.
Self-righteous fool. Let's go take a look around. Maybe someone else can help us.
Good luck with that.
Ask more folks if they can help.
Another pilgrim. How may I help you?
The Dark Elf Wraith. Can you tell me anything
about him?
The Dark
Elf Wraith. Can you tell me anything about him?
The priest of Nor.
Yes, we need him, but he won't cooperate.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't know much about him myself. Only that he came here about 6 moons ago and did nothing but stare into the sky since then.
Can you tell me more about Ellen?
Can you tell me more about Ellen?
Of course. What do you want to know?
What is her duty?
What is Ellen's duty?
As the All-Father spoke, daughter Ellen, travel over the land and look upon the force of life. Watch over the abundance of nature. the plants and beings of the forest. Give them water, which they require to live, and be their friend and protector. Ellen gives life. That is her duty.
Okay, but what does she represent?
What does she represent? She's the goddess of the elves, isn't she?
Most people think that, but no, she isn't. Ellen embraces all sorts of people, from noble elves to human farmers. As long as your intentions are good, Ellen has a place for you in her heart. She's the mother, the one who nurtures, the goddess of nature.
Wow. On second thought,
I'll be on my way.
Of course. The Guardian's grace be upon you.
All right, let's talk to this person.
A pilgrim. What an sight.
Pilgrim.
We haven't had any since that bloodburn plague broke out. How can I help you, child?
Yeah. Information. Dark elf.
Can you tell me anything about that dark elf?
I am not sure. We never talked much to begin with.
Alright, what can you tell me about Irion?
I want to know more about the guardian god Irion.
Certainly. What exactly?
What is his duty?
What is Irion's duty?
Well, let me share the word of Arion with you. And finally, Arion, you will be the keeper of their knowledge. For science, research, and magic, give the people a better future. You shall record all their knowledge and achievements in a book, in which I may come to know the story of my work at the end of time.
Each of these priests have their own god or guardian that they worship. I don't know. What does he represent?
What exactly does Irion represent?
Knowledge, justice, and truth. He's the scholar and the judge, and lots of mages or keepers pray to him.
I see. Thank you.
All right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, friend. Safe travels.
I'm assuming we have to talk to everybody before we even... And then the last person is going to be like, yep, I'll help you out. Ooh, what's in this? Basket of goodies? Luscious grape, vintage, 63.45. 2 balls have been emptied. Alright, what are you doing?
Huh?
Some farming?
Can I help you? I
Priest
haven't
of
seen
Shauna.
you here before. Have I?
She sounds drunk. Can you tell me about the dark elf?
Can you tell me anything about Wraith?
What's a wraith?
The dark elf.
Oh, that one. No.
She's
No, I
high.
don't
She's
think
high or
so.
drunk?
Not the nicest of fellas, I have to say. Always got that grim look in his eyes.
Okay, what can you tell me about Shauna? What can you tell me about that?
I want to know more about the Guardians. You're the priest of Shanna, aren't you? What can you tell me about her?
A lot.
What's her duty?
What was Shanna tasked with?
Shauna, my daughter, you will grant this world benevolence and love. For your calm, soft hands shall guide themselves to the loins of many men. Wait, no. Sorry, that was, a different book.
Well, maybe I should come back later.
What?
Yeah, when you're sober.
I'm sorry, friend. Today really isn't my day. Maybe I can help you with something else.
Okay, can you tell me what she represents?
Who does Shanna represent?
Represents? Oh, yes, of course. Shauna is the goddess and family of love and friendship. She represents every mother and every father, and is a beacon of hope for the kettle and grind.
Bacon of hope.
Oh, sorry. I meant beacon. Beacon
like
of hope. for the
drugged,
gentle
high,
and the kind.
drunk.
Forgive me. That wine.
Oh,
it
wine.
does strange things to my tongue.
She's drunk. She's drunk. All
Goodbye.
right, let's
Sure.
leave her get sober
May
up.
you feel safe in Shauna's love, like a dumpling wrapped in bacon.
Dumpling wrapped in bacon. Totally makes sense. I didn't know that dumplings were wrapped in bacon. Can they be wrapped? That would be interesting.
If you
Interesting.
Now, would
Food
you
to
look
try.
at that? A
Oh,
fresh
dwarf.
face. What can I do for you?
Can you tell anything about this? Yeah, Wraith,
Can you
go.
tell me anything about Wraith, the Dark Elf?
That's his name? No, I'm afraid I can't. He's not the most sociable of fellows.
Huh. All right. Thanks, nonetheless. You're a priest of Nihalf, aren't you? Can you tell me more about him?
Sure. What would you like to know?
Duty, representation.
What's Nihalf's duty?
That one's easy to answer. Nihalf, your strength shall form and harden them. You'll grant them the power to survive. For this world will not be without dangers. Within the earth, you shall form their souls in your forge and grant them courage and truthfulness, willpower and strength. Nihalf is the epitome of strength and success through hardship. He reminds us that we may have to go through the fire to become a better person.
All right, representation.
What does Nihalf represent?
You don't know? Strength, craftsmanship, and courage. He's the god of the warriors and the smiths. And of course, the dwarves, such as myself.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Guardian's grace be upon you.
All right. Last three.
I'll take a look.
Oh, hello, stranger.
Priest of
You're
Tiara.
not from these parts, are you?
No, I just arrived. You're a priest of Tiara, aren't you? I recognize that crest.
Well observed. Yes, I am.
Tiara's breath!
Do you know anything about that Dark Elf? Why is he here?
Oh, I'm afraid I wouldn't know about that. He's very taciturn. But you've probably noticed that yourself.
Look, I really need his help. A lot of lives depend on it. Can you think of any way to convince him?
I don't know.
Ah, so he's the one.
I've seen him pray at an altar in his shack some time ago, so maybe if you go there... but no, you shouldn't do that. Not without him knowing.
Okay, I don't think we have a choice. Let's take a look at Wraith's shack.
All right, let's see what's in this book.
Huh. A drawing. A boy and a woman.
His family?
Maybe. We should go talk to him.
All right, let's take care of these spiders first. Some venom sacks. Venom sacks. Gimme, 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 gimme. Alright. Ah, damn it. Damn it.
Yes.
We found the memorial.
We found the memorial. And the drawing. Was that your son?
Claws of Nor. You're really starting to get on my nerves, you know that?
What's going on?
Who the heck do you think you are?
Look, lives are at stake here. Don't you get that? People will die if we don't stop the corruption. Men, women, children. You know what it's like to lose someone, don't you? Then why don't you just help us? I don't get it.
Because it's pointless. It's also goddamn pointless anyway, so why even try?
What's pointless? Why?
That boy. He was my son. The bloodburn took him, together with my wife.
Dark elves were affected too?
The Dark Elves were affected too?
What did you think? That Nor protects us? Our white hair? Nonsense. Everybody without magic was in the line of fire.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. When did that happen?
6 moons ago.
That's because of his mom.
Please
too.
spare me the verbiage. You're not sorry because you didn't even know them. You wanted to appeal to my better self, and it worked. Good job. So, yes, I'll come with you and take a look at that fog. If there's anything I can do about it, I will. If I can't, then bad luck. Give me some time to gather my things. I'll meet you at the mountain pass.
Yay! All right. Let's go. What the heck? What is going on? All right. Fire total. Oh, excuse me.
If you're
Wraith, what a pleasure to see you.
Sure. Where is that corruption, or whatever you call it? And what is it?
It's a plague, much like the bloodburn, only that it seems to spread through nature. Whoever or whatever gets infected becomes completely crazy.
Like the rabies?
Only that it affects humans and tree ants too. There's a giant red fog down south, and we believe it's the cause of the corruption. But whoever enters it dies.
Any ideas? Could that be black magic?
It's possible. I'll have to take a look at it. Can you show me?
Certainly. Tahar, could you take their new friend and Varden to the fog? Silverhand will stay here and protect the camp. The Purity has gotten more aggressive recently. They still haven't directly attacked, but there have been encounters.
All right. Yes, sure, I can take you. Follow me.
That's it.
A fog.
That's the fog.
I see. Yes, that's definitely black magic. Necromantic miasma, to be precise. Though it's been a long time since they were used, because they're practically uncontrollable. The last noted occurrence was during the Hibernian era.
Used? So you think someone caused this deliberately?
I don't know. If so, that someone would have needed knowledge of Hibernian rituals.
But can you cure it?
No. But let me try something. Good.
A golem? What for?
What the heck?
Well, to find out what's behind this, we need to get to the center of it. But since I doubt any of you would like to get that fog into your lungs, I found ourselves someone who doesn't mind. I see what he sees.
Good thinking.
Stand back.
Easy.
A man. There's a man. He...
Ooh.
Gnaws claws. That was quicker than expected.
But you saw someone, right?
Yeah. An elf. More here, by the looks of it. Shaven head and a scar on his scalp.
Wait, Arlen? No, that's impossible. How did that scar look like?
It stretched from his forehead to the top of his head. And he had a long brown beard.
Yes. Yes, that's Arlen Finrior, our first scryer, but I don't understand. Why is he here? How come the fog doesn't harm him?
He's controlling it.
He created it.
He's controlling it. It's the only explanation.
Yeah.
And as long as he's alive and upholding the spell, there's nothing I can do about the fog.
What now?
Well, as I see it, there's only one way to end it. We need to disable him, or what he used to summon the miasma in the first place.
How?
Complicated. But let's discuss that at the outpost. Silverhand will want to be involved in this.
Arlen Finrior. That's interesting, to say the
Arlen
least.
Finrior.
Do you have any explanation for this, Varden?
I don't.
What a mess. And Wraith, there's absolutely no way to protect oneself against the fog?
No.
So, what do we do?
Let me think. Right now, there's only one solution I can think of. But you won't like it.
Anything is better than nothing. Tell us.
Finrior used Hibernian necromancy to conjure that plague. We could use Hibernian necromancy to end it.
How?
By conjuring something a bit more... powerful. Something that can withstand the miasma and end Arlen's spell, one way or another. However, I can't do that on my own. Hibernian necromancy is complex and not my area of expertise.
What do you need then?
Well, ideally, the grimoire of an Hibernian Valis, a shaman, but I doubt we'll be that lucky. However, Hibernian crystal shards will do too. They can help me focus. In other words, our best bet would be to look through the ruins for these.
Hibernian crystal shards? Like the ones they used for their portals?
Yes. If you can bring me a handful, that might be enough to channel my magic for the ritual.
I'm not sure. You wanted to search all of Helaish just in hopes of finding those shards?
You asked me for a solution, and I made a suggestion. If you don't like it, I'm more than happy to go back to the monastery.
No. I'm sorry, this is all a bit much. Tahar, I hate to ask, but can you take care of this? Silverhand and I need to stay back and make sure the outpost is secure.
I can try.
Thank you. And one more thing. Could you also have a chat with Commander Zyla? You've won a lot of battles, and you could help us set up a proper defense.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Again, Tahar, we truly appreciate your help.
Well, it is settled then. Tahar will search the Hibernian ruins for the shards, while we try to keep the purity and the abominations at bay. And Wraith, Silverhand believes we should have a chat. He heard what happened to your family. It's a tragedy, if you insist.
Okay. All right. Let's talk to this lady here.
Are you Commander Zyla?
Yes, and you're Tahar. Your eyes. You have something strange about you.
I get that a lot. Listen, Scryer Merilith said I should give you some advice regarding the defense of this outpost.
Advice, huh? Well, I guess you do know what you're doing, else you wouldn't still be alive, would you? Well then, I have a better idea. Why don't you just have a chat with the workers and tell them what to do? You know, where to put the barricades, towers, the usual. I think we both don't have time for lectures.
Yeah, I can do that.
Good. I trust you fully in this matter. Just make sure to have enough of our workers gather Lenya. Silverhand's mages are eating those bloody leaves like there's no tomorrow.
Lenya? Yeah. What's that?
Oh, right. I forgot. You're an Evran. Lenya are the plants that grow around Aria pools. The two are very similar. Both are infused with magic. Only that Lenya plants are far more, concentrated than Aria, and humans don't know how to process it. In short, elven druids and mages need to consume it regularly for their powers.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Then do your best, Tahar. I'll do mine.
I guess, yeah, now we're in the RTS section of the game. They're up here somewhere. In the most obscure. What the hell?
Don't leave it to me. Don't let down your...
What? How in the hell? All right, everybody. Where's my squad? Where's my team?
Huh?
Up here. Do this, do that, do that. Freeze them if I can. Yeah. Almost dead. Boom.
Yes.
Hibernian crystal shard. Ah.
A crystal shard. Just like the ones we found on the Hibernian island.
Guess we got lucky. Still 3 more to go, though.
Now would you look at that?
All right, we'll get to 3. Winter mages. Huh. Embrace of winter. I guess I'll just wait and start gathering resources then.
Is it so hard to understand that I don't want to talk about this? I'm here and I'm trying to help you, isn't that enough?
Silverhand's just trying to be.
Well, don't. And please, just stop talking about yourself in third person. It's ludicrous.
Alright, let us save. Now let's talk to Wraith.
Yes? Did you find the shards?
Oh yeah. But first, what was that conversation about?
What was that conversation about? With Silverhand?
Nothing. Now, do you have the shards?
Yeah.
I do. They weren't even that hard to find. Here.
Show me. Yeah, that'll do. So, now let's get to the unpleasant part. Remember how I told you that you wouldn't like my proposal?
Yes.
Well, there's a reason necromancy is frowned upon. And why even some dark elves shy away from practicing it. Even me.
What are you trying to say?
For what I need to do, I will need blood. a sacrifice.
Are you joking?
I'm not. You asked for my help, and this is all I can offer. If you want to try solving this with a jar of butterflies, go ahead. Anything that's alive can't survive in the miasma, save for the one who caused it. One life will suffice.
What? It's like sacrificing a goblin that I did before. Okay, what are you planning to summon?
You haven't even told us what you're going to summon.
A devourer. It's both alive and dead, and will thus serve our purpose. And yes, it can take out that Arlen Finria character. He's strong, but the miasma has drained him significantly.
Who do you have in mind? Well, that's out of the question. That's out of the question, man.
That's out of the question.
Well, then, good luck.
I'll do it.
Varden.
I said I'll do it. It's Arlen who caused this, and even though I don't know the reason, I should have seen it. His expeditions, these speeches he gave in the council, I was too occupied with cutting a good figure among the scryers. If this fog spreads again, it may be the end of the Moor here. We have nowhere else to go, especially not with that madman Lacane in power. Ironic. So bloody ironic.
There needs to be another way.
The Moor here need a leader, Varden. If you kill yourself, who's it gonna be? Arlen? No, that's not gonna happen. There has to be another way. Silverhand?
Silverhand doesn't know.
It's fine, Silverhand. It's my choice. Wraith, what do I need to do?
I'll need a Hibernian altar to perform the ritual. Since this used to be a Hibernian city, there should be one close by, but we'll need to do some scouting.
There's one up north, and we've already secured the area.
Well, that's convenient. Then we should go. The miasma is getting stronger. Yes, that should do. Well, I don't know how to say this. Are you ready, Varden?
I am. Silverhand?
Yes?
Tell the Moor here that I'm sorry. And that Xyla should lead them from this point on.
I will. Varden, Silverhand, he doesn't know what to say.
It's
What is there to say?
Wraith?
God damn.
Understood. It won't hurt.
Wait,
Blazes, what's happening?
It's almost over.
Wow.
It's done.
Why? I thought you said it wouldn't hurt.
I saw his hesitation. If I had told him what really awaited him, he might have backed out.
What about the beast you wanted to summon? Where is it?
In the shards. Let's talk at the location of the miasma.
Tiara's breath.
Wow.
What a mess.
He died for his people.
I know it sounds dramatic, but he died for his people.
Yes, he did. Let's just hope it was worth it.
No kidding. So what was your relationship with him? Like, this is crazy, man. Sacrificing your life? Like, this was an agonizing way to die, I mean, in my opinion. You know, it's like blood magic in Dragon Age. It's like that. Legit, like that. Like, it always requires some sort of sacrifice with a human. Always. All right, what was your relationship?
I never asked you that. What was your relationship with Varden?
Silverhand's relationship? Oh, hard to say. Silverhand first met him 8 years ago, before he was a scryer. Varden was a young, idealistic man back then. Always rational, always driven by logic rather than faith. His clash with Arlen was bound to happen. So, to answer your question, Silverhand doesn't know what their relationship was. Silverhand and him were neither strangers nor friends. But then again, he doesn't think Varden was a man to have many friends in the first place. Varden was too focused on his task for that, to find a new home for the Moria. That was what Silverhand and him had in common.
All right, did Varden tell the Moria about
Varden
it?
asked you to tell the Moor here he's sorry. Does that mean they didn't know about his sacrifice?
They didn't. And it will be up to Silverhand to tell them.
Well then, time to end this.
Well then, time to put an end to this. What do we do with his corpse?
Let Silverhand take care of it. You go on ahead. He will meet you at the outpost. So much death. It's always the same.
Always. Yeah. All right. Oh, where am I going? Where the hell am I going? Okay, I'm going down here.
Taha, where's Silverhand?
Making sure that Varden gets a proper burial. Are you ready to summon the Devourer?
Yes. Just say the word.
Give it. Send her, bud.
I am. Send it in.
Good. Step back.
Whoa. Whoa. That's a big ass Devourer. God damn. We can control it. That's cool. Man, this thing is huge. All right. Yeah, let's go get rid of this thing. Attack him. Eat him. Do it. Whoa.
Is it?
Yeah.
Dead?
I think so. What on Io was that thing?
A spectral abomination. If I had to make a guess, I'd say that the power of the miasma somehow made it stronger.
Well, it's dead now. What about the fog? Do you think it's safe to go in?
It is. The Devourer destroyed the source of the miasma. And it seems your friend Arlen is still alive. So, I did what I came here for. The corruption is stopped, and this is where our ways part.
Now? Don't you want to know what Arlen has to say? Why he did this?
Truth be told, I don't care.
Wow.
It's always the same. Misguided idealism, selfishness, fear. Farewell, Tahar. Maybe I'll see you again, maybe I won't.
Farewell.
Come on, Tahar. Let's see what Fenrir has to say. I'm honestly curious.
After all that, he did his part. He's so business. He's so business. He's like, I'm done. I'm done. Let me get the hell out of here.
Taha, I figured you were behind this.
Who injured you? What? Obviously me, but...
You're dying. Who or what did that to you?
That thing. The abomination. I wanted to stop the corruption, but then it appeared out of nowhere. I guess I had it coming.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Why, Harlan? Help me understand. Why did you summon the corruption?
Can't you guess? Our people. We had lost our way. The Guardians, Ellen, they were all we have. They just don't see it. They think it was just our perseverance that made us survive throughout the years. But it wasn't. It was Ellen, our mother. But they betrayed her. They forgot our origin, forgot what our culture was was all about.
But why the corruption? Blazes, you killed people, Arlen. What were you hoping to gain from it?
I wanted to show them that the Guardians can also be punishing. I wanted to show them what their wrath looks like. Humility. That's what they were lacking. And Varden and his rationality only made it worse. All he cared about was himself and becoming the first scryer.
Varden is dead. He sacrificed himself to cure the corruption.
What?
That miasma. It's necromancy. The worst kind. That devourer we summoned to destroy the crystal was made with Varden's blood.
I don't know what to say.
So you thought the corruption would bring the Moir back to Ellen? Restore their faith?
I did.
but it was foolish. I see that now. That crystal. I thought I could control it. But things got out of hand. The corruption became so much worse than I thought it would. At first, I thought clearing the pools would work. But it didn't. When the corruption came back, I knew that I needed to do something. That I needed to destroy the crystal. Well, you see how it worked out. Still, I did what I thought best. I'm not a murderer, just a servant of Ellen who lost his way.
What the heck? Your regret won't bring back the dead, yeah.
Your regret won't bring back the dead.
He's dead, Tahar.
Let's go back to Silverhand.
What a waste.
What a blasted mess. What a blasted, stupid mess.
I guess Commander Zyla didn't take news well.
I guess Commander Zyla didn't take the news well.
You guessed right.
Alright, so Arlen's dead and corruption's cured. Are you happy now?
For what it's worth, the plan worked. We cleared the corruption. And Arlen is dead.
Silverhand sees. He felt a shift, but after all that happened, Silverhand was too cautious to make assumptions. Tell Silverhand everything, Tahar. He wants to know.
Going black and then coming back.
Interesting. A misguided fool, as there are so many.
So, what's your opinion?
What's your opinion on what he did?
Silverhand doesn't know. Arlen obviously wasn't a monster. He wanted the best for his people, which he thought would be to lead them back to the Guardian faith. A noble endeavor, but his methods, so foolish. He toyed with things he could not understand. Blazes. Hibernian necromancy. How could he not see where that road would lead? Ah, well, no point in thinking about it now. Fate has decided, and all that can be done now is to look forward and strive for a better future.
Alright, what will become of Moria?
What will become of the Moria?
A good question. We shall see. Commander Zyla is a capable woman, and after the purity has been stopped, which you will do, Silverhand can feel that. He can feel that they will find a new home. Until then, Silverhand is certain that the Moria will stay loyal to you and help you in the battles to come. Thank you for your help, Tahar. You once again stopped something horrible from happening, and they shall meet again. Silverhand's sure of that.
All right. Safe travels, Silverhand.
All right. Anything else you need to do here, Tahar? If not, I suggest we head back to Mulladir. Our elven allies will want to know what happened here.
That is for sure. Immunity to purge, immunity to silence. My God, a trinket. I don't think I have a trinket. Immunity to silence. That's all I'll use. Find secret messenger in Everlight. It used to be over here somewhere, no? I have to say, this is a well-modeled town. I like it. I like it. I like how the water reflects too. It's nice. So what can I do for you?
Your life depends on it.
Bertrand. What?
Bertrand!
Did you send the message?
Well, otherwise I wouldn't be here, would I? And no, this isn't an ambush. The Harbinger doesn't know I'm here, and if he found out, well, it would get unpleasant. Look, Tahar, I don't know where to begin. I'm so sorry for what Lacane did. Taking your mother, trying to kill you. It's horrible.
Did you know?
Did you know?
No, I didn't. He always spoke very highly of you, even though you were a mage. I don't think anyone within the Purity knew the bigger picture. But now that I do, It makes sense. He needs the power of the Shaper Woman to open the gate. I just don't understand why he would try to kill you. By guiding the Harbinger to the Shaper Woman and ending the Bloodburn, you serve the All-Father just as he foresaw it.
What? The Shaper Woman is my mother.
The Shaper Woman is my mother.
I know, and I can imagine how hard this is for you. But she was also responsible for the Bloodburn.
Yeah, and that is true. So have you broken ties with the Purity?
Then why are you here? Have you broken ties with the Purity?
What? No, of course not.
That's a good question.
I'm here because I'm worried about you. I know what you are planning to do, taking back Greyfell. You can't win this, Tahar, and all you will achieve is cause even more suffering. Aeonir will return. It's a divine plan, and it is the Purity's responsibility to see it through. The longer you struggle, the more bloodshed you will cause.
What? Okay. We will cause, quote unquote?
We will cause? We aren't the ones hunting down mages, conquering cities, and forcing our faith down other people's throats.
Blazes, Tahar! Do you really think this is easy for me? I know we were forced to do some things you might have trouble understanding, but it is for the greater good. As the Harbinger once said, this world, it's like an ulcer, a cancerous
Greater good!
growth. The only way to change it is by cutting off the ulcer, and that is always painful. So yes, I know there are people who might consider us evil, but that's because they don't see the bigger picture. They don't see the beauty that lies ahead if only we cleanse this world and open the gates. In 100 years from now, we will be remembered as pioneers, as heroes, whereas you will be the ones who stood in the way of change, only because you refused to see the truth.
All right. I listened to everything. All right. This guy sounds crazy. Where's your proof?
You don't even have proof, for heck's sake. All you have is some madman's prophecies of some vague fantasy world, and yet you use it to justify the murder of thousands.
It's not a fantasy! Damn it, Tahar! If you would have seen what I have, you would fall down on your knees and ask the All-Father for forgiveness for what you just said. But it's always like that. The key to a peaceful world was always in our hand, yet we don't use it, simply because we refuse to see.
Okay, there is no solution?
Well, I hate to break it to you, but there is no solution. The Harbinger attacked Mullendir, and his intent is to hunt down every single mage on Io. We have no choice.
You do. You could run.
What?
I said you could run. You and your friends. Disband your army, go into hiding, conceal your magic until it is all over and the All-Father has returned. The waves will calm.
This is the wrong
then you will see
way
that we
to
were
go
right,
about this,
and
man.
no one else needs to die.
What? What would the Harbinger do if I told him about your offer? Yeah.
What would the Harbinger do if I told him
Good
of this
question.
meeting? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't stab someone in the back who tried to help you.
Apart from the ones who refuse to give up.
Apart from the ones who refuse to give up, or who are unlucky enough to be hunted down by your Lightbringers.
They could do the same. And if only they had a hint of reason, they would. Only a fool tries to fight the troll with a sword made of wood.
Okay. Yeah, I can't run. Lacane has my mother.
I can't, Bertrand. I want this as little as you do, but Lacane still has my mother. I need to save her.
Well, I had a feeling you would say that. Then it seems the only way to settle this is more bloodshed. I never imagined it would ever come to that, you know? And I hope it hadn't.
What? Wow.
Tahar, good, you're here. I did as we discussed. The outpost is all set up, and our men are ready to go into battle.
Understood. What about the Purity? How much resistance do we face?
A lot. I don't know how Lacane did it, but they've turned this old ruin into their stronghold. I'd bet my right hand that this Archfire magic has something to do with it. Anyway, there are two ways we can do this. Either we strike now, or fortify our position first. All that matters is that we capture the castle to lure out the Utran army from behind the wall. You decide.
Well, let's move to the camp. I want to get an overview of the situation first.
Hell yeah. All right, let's go. Whoa, look at this. Yeah, man. My catapults are just messing everything up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, let's just take over this base. Let's just keep pushing up, baby. Keep pushing up. Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god. Love it. That's all you need are catapults. All you need are catapults, man. Yeah. Do your thing. Oh man. Catapults make a hugest difference in the world. Hugest difference, man.
Good work, Tahar.
Oh, we did it.
I wasn't
Oh,
certain
cool.
until now, but you know how to lead.
What now?
We need to make a stand here. Like this, the castle won't hold a minute against a full-fledged assault by the Utran forces, and I'm sure those soldiers who fled have already notified Myra. Or whoever is controlling her.
Good. I'll tell our men to set up some defenses here.
Let's hope it'll be a while before they strike back. The more time we have to prepare, the better.
Corporal Tahar,
Yes?
the enemy armies, they are crossing the Utran border, just as you predicted.
How long until they'll be here?
I don't know. It looks as if they're still in preparation, but probably not much longer.
Damn it. What about my sister? Is she there?
Not in the front lines, no.
Understood. Dismissed, Private.
Sir.
Blasted. That's sooner than I expected.
What now?
We need to be quick. Position our troops, fortify any choke points, secure as much territory as we need for an effective defense. Because as soon as the Purity strikes, there'll be no more time for that. You and your strike team have to move quickly. In other words, this is our last chance to make fortifications, and the longer we can hold them back, the more time you'll have to locate the rune carriers.
Understood. Then we best get started.
Prayer defense. Oh, okay. So every 10 minutes they'll attack. Oh. Oh. Okay, okay.
And it begins.
Time to review the plan, I guess. How are we supposed to get behind their lines?
You're gonna meet with an inside man, Hervius.
A spy?
Yes. He's been sounding out the Purity since your escape from Greykeep. One of Sentenza's former men. Before we set out here, I've ordered him to infiltrate the Utran army. He will wait for you near the border wall in the east.
Alright. Are you sure he's loyal?
How sure are you of his loyalty? After what happened between Sentenza and me, he might be...
No. I know Hervius personally, and he's one of the most capable and loyal spies the Royal Army has to offer.
How will he recognize me?
How will he recognize me? Is there a... I don't know, code word?
I hate to shatter your master spy fantasies, but your face is well known by now, Tahar. He knows whom to expect.
Alright, once we find the rune carriers, what do we do?
Understood. Remind me, what exactly do we do once we find the rune carriers?
Kill them. Take the rune, and order my sister to stop the attack and join us. Then we take that bloody thing to the Nexus and destroy it to break the spell completely.
Alright, anything else?
Fair enough. Anything else?
Yes. Be quick. Avoid unnecessary combat. Now go, Tahar. And good luck.
Likewise.
Alright.
What's next?
So... Alright, so I built my army and that's it? Huh.
Yes?
Alright. Cool. I guess they're just on their own now. Doing their own thing. That needs to go down. There we go.
Good job. That should slow their attacks down a bit.
What the? Who are you? What do you want from me?
Relax. We're not your enemy. We need your help.
My help? But I'm just a traveler.
No, you're a refugee. So, tell me, do you know anything of old smuggling tunnels that could help us get past the Utran wall?
And if I do?
Then it would be greatly appreciated if you told us.
I get that, but I mean, what do I get in return?
Gold, of course, gold. Sneaking off world. Yeah, I was. Because there was no point. Some days it's early, and some days I'm staying late. I'll be actually tomorrow. I'll be meeting up with Taylor. You know, to go through some training stuffs. You know, but yeah, early days. Some days. Put a sword in your hand. Oh, your life. I have gold. If that's what you offer, or that's what. Yeah, gold, of course.
How much?
No, you misunderstood. I don't want your gold. What I want is my things back, simple as that. I was in the bushes taking a leak when the Utrons showed up in the camp, and I had to make a run for it.
And now you want us to get them back for you?
That would be great, yes. I can't go out there by myself, not without a weapon, and even then...
It's all right. We'll do it.
No, we're not. Listen, pal. I know you've had a hard time, but so did we. Give us that key and give it now.
But...
Now.
So much for not my enemy, huh? Fine. Seems like I don't have much of a choice. Yes, I know about the tunnel. About the one to the northeast, that is. Lots of the other refugees tried their luck there. But from what I've been told, those Utran bastards plucked them right out from the hole on the other side. Not worth it if you ask me. And as far as I know, one of the refugees hid the key near the camp, under a rock, for any other soul who wants to follow.
Near the camp under a rock isn't very specific.
Right below the Godstone. You can't miss it.
All right, that'll help. Thank you.
Well, it's not like I had much of a choice, did I? Now, if you don't mind, I got things to attend to.
Go ahead.
Aeonir's light. Intruders.
Myra, run!
Myra, run.
That's her. That's Lady Myra.
And 2 Lightbringers. What about your rune, Tahar? Didn't Iskrim say it would react if another rune carrier is nearby?
Yeah, and I think it does. Let's go and take them out. You better leave it to me.
Alright, where's my... Damn it, transforms to Die Wolf!
Damn it!
Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Alright, alright. Whoa! Okay.
Damn it! I need healing.
Ah, damn it. There we go.
Shit! Help!
What the hell? Oh my god, he needs healing bad! Bad! Can I freeze these guys? Yeah, there we go. Let's summon some fireballs down. This guy needs to go. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Quite the fight.
See if they have the rune.
Interesting.
It connected with you, just like the Harbinger's rune did. I think you can control Lady Myra now.
Then let's go find her.
Oh, it's sort of my control now?
Child
They will fall.
Holy. That is a lot. My guy's a mage, but he just goes into Vanguard. I don't understand. Oh, god damn it. Who's attacking me?
Lady Myra?
Lady Myra.
Ellen's reigns.
How do you feel?
How do you feel? Are you wounded?
How do I feel? Am I wounded?
Okay.
What now?
What now?
Order her to stop the assault on the fortress.
All right. Command your men to lay down their weapons and stop the assault on the fortress. The Ushran house is now no longer allied with the Purity, but with Northander.
I command my men to lay down their weapons and stop the assault on the fortress. The Utran house is no longer allied with the Purity, but with Northander.
She sounds different than when the Purity priests commanded her.
Probably her mind just needs time to adjust.
All right, good work. Let's tell our people we're ready to head back to Mullendeer.
Hell yeah. Level up. All right, let's talk to this guy.
By the Guardians. That was quite the journey, wasn't
Gifford.
it? Wonderful place you found yourself here, Corporal. Wonderful.
Glad you like it. Did you have a look at the city's defense mechanisms yet? They might interest you.
Yes, actually I have. They are part of why I find this city so intriguing. I mean, I always knew the Shapers had some interesting weaponry, but this, it's amazing. I still don't understand why the Crown never showed much interest in these ruins in the first place. Anyway, I don't want to steal more of your precious time. As promised, I'll help you improve your siege machinery, catapults, ballistas, and the like. Though of course that'll cost you a little. Not for me, but for the material.
All right. I'll come by when I need something.
Yes? What is it?
Are you alright? You seem distraught.
Are you all right? You seem distraught.
I am. The Mentalists have told me what happened in Aenir's Blade. The fact that you met Lena, I do not know what to make of it. I wish I had been there. Tell me, did she say anything about me? Did you even tell her that you're traveling with me?
I didn't get the chance.
I feared as much. Well, I will talk to her followers. I did already see some familiar faces in the ones you brought here. If you don't mind, I would like some time to think now. If you wish, we can talk later.
All right.
New skill, Annihilate. Oh, that's his... Is that his mother? Oh, check on Andra. Yeah, Andra. This lady right here. I don't know what the race the Shapers are. I don't even know. There's some sort of other being. I would consider... So the main character that I'm playing, he's half human, half like alien magical creature or magical thing. So this is his mother right here. So that was pretty crazy when I found that out. They're called Shapers. And I could not explain it. I could not explain it to you, man. Just stay positive. Always staying positive. Hell yeah. Alright, let's check on her.
Let's see.
An image flickers across your thoughts as you touch the stone. A giant humanoid shape fighting massive dragon. You are left with a queasy feeling and the urge to understand what you just saw. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Alright, let's continue on with the main quest.
Here we are. Now destroy that bloody rune.
Shouldn't we at least study it first? I mean, we don't know what...
Are you deaf? Destroy it!
Are you deaf? What are you doing?
Right, take care of it now. But I need privacy.
Are you trying to trick me, dwarf? I swear, if you...
Fine, come then. Come and keep shouting at me all you like, because that's the best way to ensure I'll make a mistake and have that rune cause your sister's brain to explode.
All right. You'll get your privacy. I'll go find a bed for Myra in the meantime. She needs water and food.
All right, here we are.
Iskra?
Right.
What's the matter?
I won't do it.
What?
You heard me. I will not destroy the rune.
What? Whoa! Hey! Are you joking?
Are you joking? This thing is what's controlling Lady Myra.
Yes, it is, but there's something I haven't told you. Something I only found out a week ago.
Yes?
The Shapers. I finally understand their secret. Why they persisted for so long. Why during their reign there was not a single power who dared to defy them, not even the dragons? Why there was peace?
The rune.
It all makes sense now. The Shapers used these runes to control, to ensure stability.
They enslaved their own people by exerting mind control. Is that what you're getting at?
Enslaved? So a murderer put behind bars is a slave too? No, Tahar. They used the runes to protect their empire from its enemies, from outside and from within. Don't you see? This is the reason why there were no wars, no coups, no stupid rebellions. Because the Shapers had the power to correct misguidance. And the best thing about it? The control didn't even suffer. They merely had their views readjusted and continued to live on a normal life.
Whoa! Oh, okay, that's interesting. He's been corrupted by the ring. Casted into the fire. This game is like Lord of the Rings, man. This whole thing is literally based, like, if you watch Lord of the Rings and play this game, there's so many similarities. There's like tons, man. You have your stereotypical elves, orcs, dwarves, like anything that's fantasy related, high fantasy related. It's in this game. All right. Lady Myra is a machine now.
Lady Myra doesn't seem normal at all. She acts like some kind of machine.
Yes, because neither we nor the Purity have even come close to comprehending the true power of the rune. We're sodding amateurs.
Okay. What about the Ghost Watchers?
What about the ghosts who protected this place? They seem to have gotten more than a little readjustment.
Yes, probably because their crimes required a more severe punishment. Isn't that poetic justice? Rather than killing a wrongdoer, he's bound to protect those he wanted to hurt. Just imagine the potential of this.
What? And you think this is, what, a good thing?
And you think this is a good thing? Being able to bend minds to your will?
Look, Tahar, I'm not stupid. I know there's a danger in that power, but there's a danger in every power. Blasted, you're a mage. Thousands of people would like to see you burn. And just because they're afraid of that power inside you, your magic, just like the rune, it's a tool. Don't you see that? And a tool is neither good nor evil. It's merely a potential. And this, Tahar, this is the potential to change the world for the better.
Okay, so what's the plan, man?
So what's your plan? Use the rune to create a second Shaper empire?
No, use it for the greater good. For us, for our purpose. For our battle against that lunatic Lacane. Damn it, Tahar. This might be the key that I've been looking for. The key for stability, for peace. I will not destroy it.
Oh. Okay. I'm not gonna attack him. I like Iskrim. Yeah, man, there has to be another way. Let's talk about this. Let's talk.
Iskrim, calm down. There has to be another way.
No. There isn't.
Iskrim, you've said it yourself. With
He's
Myra's
right.
current state of mind, she cannot help us win over the other houses. And without them, we'll never recapture Greykeep. Lacane will win. Please. You have to trust me with this. The rune must be destroyed.
Fine. Fine. But I'm doing this for you. You understand me? I will destroy it. But as soon as there's time, I will start my research again. And no, you cannot stop me. Agree with me or not, I know this power can do good. I just know it.
Okay, see? Didn't have to attack him. That's it. Boom, done. Destroy the room.
Go see after Lady Myra, Tahar. I need time.
It had to be done.
Huh.
You don't want to have something that enslaves people.
Cool.
What does ABI mean?
I don't know, Engar.
Tahar, what happened? Did the dwarf destroy the room?
It took convincing.
It took some convincing. But yes, he did.
Convincing? I knew it. Well, but who am I to tell you who you should be traveling with? Well, something is off. Myra, she's different.
What?
Myra?
I don't know. I feel strange, cold.
See? That bloody rune, did something to her mind.
What the heck? ABL. What about ABL? What's going on in ABL? All right. Cold? Question mark.
Lady Myra, what do you mean by cold?
Dark. Empty. I don't know how to describe it. Forgive me.
But you remember who you are, don't you?
I am Lady Myra Emmeline Arendir, third-born daughter of House Utran.
Alright. But we destroyed a rune. How is this possible?
But we destroyed it.
That's my point. Her mind, it must have suffered permanent damage. None of this should have happened. None of it. Myra, you should get some rest. Things might be different tomorrow.
Yes, brother. As you say.
Come, let us call your companions. There's things that need discussing.
That sucks. So she's brain dead? That ain't good. That ain't good. Not brain dead, but like her mind is messed up.
Hmm?
Do you have a family? Question mark.
I've been wondering. Do you have a family? Heirs?
That question came unexpected.
Is it so hard to answer?
It isn't. No. I don't have a family. Save for my sisters.
How come?
Well, I'm afraid to understand my answer, I need to go back a little. You see, I had always known what my life would look like, long before it became what it is. You see, House Arendir is one of the eldest of Northander. The role of every Arendir had already been chosen the moment he or she was given birth to. For me, it was always clear that I would be the Lord Marshal of the Royal Army.
So your parents forced you to do this?
Let me put it this way. It was my duty. Of course, I could have rebelled, but even back then, I had already come to realize that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Sure, I too had had my share of boyhood dreams, but betraying my parents and the realm had never been an option.
Being commander wasn't your boyhood dream? Question mark?
Being a royal commander sounds an awful lot like a boyhood dream to me.
I guess it does. But you need to keep in mind that we Arendirs were raised for this. I knew from the start that a military path had little to do with the tale of brave knights in shining armor from the poems and the plays. People, especially in youth, often crave for what they don't have. The fisherman's daughter might dream of a life as a princess, whereas the princess aches for the charming vagabond to take her to an exotic place, far away from her life of etiquette, stern-faced governesses, and arranged marriage.
Alright, what did you dream of? Also a charming sellsword?
What did you dream of? Also a charming sellsword who'd take you to exotic places?
Very funny. You see, one of my uncles had been a seaman. His branch of the family was by far the least powerful one, but whenever he came to visit, I didn't leave his side for a minute. He had sailed to Kalea to meet with the Blood Oracle, to Imperia, to the great Colosseums, and once he had even sailed all around the lands of winter. You can imagine that for me as a boy, his stories were a lot more exciting than my lessons in math, history, and politics. And more than once after his visits, I found myself lying in bed and wondering what it would be like to just pack my bags, enlist on one of the trade ships, and see all these marvels my uncle had told me about myself. A foolish fantasy, of course, but still, it existed.
Alright. Should have given it a shot.
You should have given it a try. We only get one shot at life.
Well, thank you for your advice. Either way, we digress.
Alright, why can't a Lord Marshal have a family, though?
I still don't understand why becoming the Lord Marshal stopped you from having a family.
It was a choice. I probably don't need to tell you this, but love and marriage are as much a duty as any other. You cannot be a good husband or a good wife if you don't commit entirely. And the same goes for parenthood. And the higher I rose, the more I realized that people in my position, whose decisions affect the lives of tens of thousands, can and should only have one commitment.
Their duty.
Yes. I know it sounds dramatic, but it's the truth. I chose not to have a family, because the realm was my wife and its people were my children. Allowing somebody else into my life would have meant betraying the others.
Ooh, but are you happy though? Is he happy? Are you happy? That's a question. But yeah, there are commanders who have families, so what's the difference?
But there are commanders that have families.
And they have them at an expense. If life taught me anything, then it's that excellence requires absolute dedication. And with the responsibilities that I have, I simply cannot allow myself to be distracted.
Okay. Yeah, who's gonna carry your bloodline, man?
What about the Arendir bloodline? Who will carry on your name if you don't have an heir?
My sister, Myra.
But isn't she a widow?
Yes. Her husband, Lord Uhtred, died in the Mage Wars.
Yeah.
But she's still young, and once we've ended this madness, I will encourage her to look for a new, suitable partner.
That's admirable.
Huh. Well, your dedication is definitely admirable.
Maybe. But we've wasted enough time. You wanted an answer, and that was it. Is there anything else you wanted to know?
No.
I'll be leaving now.
All right.
Just like Lord of the Rings.
All right. Now that my sister is safe and we have the Uhtred army beside us, we need to discuss our course of action. As I've hinted at already, there are two more problems we need to take care of before we can gather to convince the other royal houses to join forces with us and reconquer Greykeep.
Lekain's Iron Ones and the Leonida forces.
Iron Ones? You mean these giant walking armors?
Yes. We need to destroy the place where the Purity manufactures them. And we need to eliminate Amaria Leonida, who has allied herself with the Harbinger.
House Leonider has the strongest army in Northander. Wouldn't it be wiser to forge the alliance with Wulfgar and Hallett first and then deal with them?
It would, but Leonider is controlling the borders. In other words, until we've taken care of her and the Ironborn, we couldn't move the Wulfgar or Hallett forces, even if they agreed to an alliance.
They allied with herself with the Harbinger? What?
Amaria Leonider allied herself with the Harbinger? Why?
Because she's probably the most ardent follower of the Purity's teaching. She was the first truly influential Northandian to repent when Lekain's new religion was founded, and also the first to declare her unconditional loyalty after Lekain showed his true face and took over Greyfell.
Could that have something to do with the war?
Could that also have something to do with what happened during the Mage War? That her sons fell in the last battle against my father?
I'm pretty sure it has. Did you know that she attempted to commit suicide? That was only months after the Queen had put an end to her father's doing. So yes, her loyalty to the Purity almost certainly has to do with her losses. She also despises you, as is Samo Tahar's child, from the bottom of her heart.
Alright, how can we get rid of her?
That's not good. How do you plan to neutralize her? We can't just move our army into Leonider territory. That would be suicide.
Well, that's where we got lucky. Amaria Leonida has taken up position in the Eye.
In the marshlands? Why?
My guess is as good as yours, but I suppose it has to do with your father's laboratory. I doubt Lekain is done with it.
Voice change? It's like he goes from one high-pitched voice into a lower-pitched voice. Or am I going crazy? Amaria Leonida is leading an army?
So, Amaria is leading the army herself. How? I didn't know she knew about warfare.
Well, word has it that the Harbinger has, how should I say, granted Amaria a gift as a token of gratitude for her loyalty. Magical powers, in other words. Maybe even a part of this Archfire energy. No, I don't know if these rumors are true, but we'll have to consider them when we make our plan.
Alright, this will be quite the battle.
Wow. Seems like this will be quite the battle.
Indeed. Which is why we need a good strategy.
Any idea what these Iron Ones actually are? Golems?
No, I doubt it. They have the magical signature of a human. I guess we'll need to find out.
Yes, though I am fairly certain
I don't like the sound of that.
magic has to do with it. The Archfire.
But if that's the case, how are we supposed to deal with them?
Well, according to my scouts, there is a place where they are being created by whatever unholy power is behind this. And it seems that this smeltery, if you want to call it that, is in the Windwall foothills.
So we travel to Windwall and burn down that factory. Is that the plan?
Yes. It's a simple task, but it won't be easy. We can be sure that the Purity is doing all in their power to protect it.
Fair enough. Then let's start making preparations.
Good. I'll be here if you need me.
What kind of preparation should I make? Oh, let's talk to this guy.
Corporal Tahar? Corporal Tahar!
What's the matter?
I have news. Bad news.
Report.
The Iron Falcons from Aeonir's Blade. They've sent word. A dragon has appeared near the canyon. An elder.
An elder? Like Elder Scrolls?
An elder? You mean?
Yes. From the legends.
What? But they've been asleep for centuries.
Well, apparently not.
Oh my god. Have you broken any controllers on stream yet? I know. No, man, I never break any controllers. Like, I don't play multiplayer games often. So maybe if I played more multiplayer games, I'd be breaking controllers. But no. I gotta, these controllers are expensive. I'm not breaking no goddamn controllers.
Are you sure this isn't a mistake?
Quite sure. The Iron Falcons found 3 keepers torn apart and scorched in a way that only a dragon could do it. But what's even more alarming is that the Falcons believe that said dragon is heading our way.
Why?
I don't know, Corporal. I just don't know. What are your orders?
Wow. Yeah, what if the scouts are wrong?
What if the scouts are wrong and the dragon isn't here for us?
It is a possibility.
We need to confirm the rumor, yeah.
We need to confirm the rumor.
But how? I'm only a scout, Corporal. But the way I see it, we only have 2 options. Wait or act. If we wait, the dragon might attack Mulandir without us being prepared. If we act, at least we're the ones who decide where the confrontation will happen.
You have a point.
Yeah. Where's this dragon? Let's go, let's go!
Where's the dragon now? Is it moving?
I don't think so. According to the Falcons, it's landed in a small oasis in the scorching desert. A 1 or 2 day journey from Aeonir's Blade. What will you do, Corporal? I know this war is already taking up all of your resources, but we cannot just stand by and watch while that creature comes at us, can we?
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna travel to the Oasis to see for myself.
I'll travel to the Oasis and see for myself.
I understand. Want me to tell the others?
I'll do it when we head out. Dismissed, Private.
Sir.
Your orders? Well, it looks like I have to fight a dragon. Alright, let's talk to some people before I leave. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Huh?
Or, I'm still wondering what made you leave Koalia. Koalia?
I'm still wondering what made you leave Kalea and travel the world to study demonology.
You're not letting this one go, are you?
Kalea.
Alright, if your life depends on it, I'll tell you. To make it short, I grew up in the slums of Kalea. A shithole if ever there was one. Just imagine an entire quarter made up of half-ruined shacks with the smell of shit and piss everywhere. And way too many people. Then add the tropical heat to it and you've got the place I grew up in. My father had left right after I was born. My mother is what you call a day laborer. Though the days when she wasn't laboring outweighed the ones when she did. Whatever job there was, she took it. Even if it was cleaning the shit out of Kalaean canals. She worked hard, but it just wasn't enough. We lived in a windowless room, and I shared a bed with my mother for the first 14 years of my life. Long story short, after a while, my mother simply couldn't cover the expenses anymore. The rent for our room went up, and jobs became less and less, since the mage wars in Northander also affected the trade in Kalea. So my mother looked for someone to help her out, and found one. A man named Creo. He was a loan shark who had it all. A stupid name and a shady beard. 2 lackeys who followed him wherever he went. And above all, a complete lack of what other people would call decency.
That'd be cool.
I think I can see where this is going.
Sure you can. It's not the most unique of stories, is it? To cut to the chase, 1 year later, we were in massive debt. Creo suggested my mother another way of making up for it. You can fill in the blanks. I was just too weak. Over and over, this f***ing bastard came. Had my mother tell me to go for a walk. And every time I had no choice but to obey. You have any idea how that feels, Tahar? To be that powerless? I remember one day I looked in the mirror and realized how much I hated the boy I saw. I hated his body with all its frail bones, his small arms, his bloodshot wet eyes. And that's when I decided to change things. So the next time he came, I fought back.
How did that go?
What do you think? He beat me up. And it was the same next time and the time after that. At first he found it funny. But after the fourth time, he threatened to kill me. The only thing that stopped him from doing it is because my mother begged him to. And I had only made it worse. On my 14th name day, I left home and joined up with the Chilean sand prowlers. My mother begged me not to go. But I just couldn't. Standing there and watching this fucking bastard walk into our room again and again whenever it felt like it, I just couldn't. Dying would have been better than staying. The way I figured it was that if I earned enough money to pay Mother's debts, Creo would leave her alone. Once I was strong enough, I'd come back. Wait for him to show up again. And then, well, you can imagine the rest.
I think I can. So who were these sand prowlers?
A group of mercenaries.
This guy
They took me
has
in and trained me.
deep backstory.
And even though they were skeptical at first, they quickly realized that my determination made up for what my body was lacking. When I was 16 and I discovered my magic, one of their leaders made me his apprentice. The arcane universities are a shithole made up of boy-loving old geezers who care more about how you wear your hair than about your magic. I'll tell you the real thing. And that she did.
Yeah, this guy has a huge backstory. But like the thing is that when you talk to the characters in this game, there's a reason to do it. It's like after you get to know their backstory, it unlocks like an extra superpower that they have. So it gives you some sort of purpose. I like that. The first time I've ever experienced that in the game. I never experienced that in, well, I can't think of any other game that I experienced it. Maybe Mass Effect, the trilogy, and when you get to know their backstories and stuff. But this right here, I mean, once you get to finish all their backstory or their dialogue and everything like that, you get to unlock something at the end. All right. Did that mercenary also introduce you to demonology?
Was that sand prowler mage also who introduced you to demonology?
What? No, she was a mediocre mage at best. The most powerful thing she could do was lighting someone's hair on fire. Though, of course, she didn't see it that way. After 1 year, I was already stronger than her, and I started my own studies.
What was it like to work with the sand prowlers?
What was it like to work with the sand prowlers?
Well, if you were hoping for stories of sex, adventure, and intrigue, I have to disappoint you. Most of it was nasty stuff. Fighting in wars which you knew were wrong. Beating up people who were practically helpless. But then again, the Chilean Guard was no better than that. It was a case of pick your poison.
All right, did you ever return to your mother?
Huh. So did you ever return to your mother?
Of course. On my 18th name day. I had wanted to return earlier, but a contract had me kept overseas for a lot longer than I had expected. Sorry. It's strange to talk about it.
What happened?
My mother. She was gone. Her room had been cleared out, and the neighbors told me she passed away unexpectedly just 3 weeks before I arrived.
Really?
Her heart just stopped beating.
Probably the loan shark. I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry.
Why? It was a natural death. She was old when she gave birth to me, and the life on the Chilean streets isn't forgiving. In other words, it was bound to happen. I went into the room and looked for our stash. A small casket under the floorboards. I found it, opened it, and saw all the money I'd sent her over the years.
So...
She never used it to pay Creo as I instructed her. I have no idea why, but my best guess is that she thought it was mine since I earned it. She was that kind of person, you know? No matter how hard fate punched her in the face, she clung on to her ideals. Always did what was right rather than what was good for herself. And look what she got in return.
God damn! Never would have expected. Okay. Did you ever visit her grave?
Did you ever visit her grave?
I did, but it was a mass grave. Dozens of corpses, all piled onto each other, with some earth shoveled on top of it. I threw up when I saw it, and never came back after that.
What about Oreo?
What about Creo?
Well, as you can imagine, I went to look for him.
We'll
Right
call him
after
Oreo.
I was able to think straight again. But he was gone.
Where?
I don't know.
Sad. Oh!
I asked everywhere
What
and
up,
everyone
Wolfzaya?
who could
How
know.
are you?
And they either didn't or gave me different information. After a while, I gave up.
Why?
Because people like Creo are just a reality we have to deal with. I could have killed him, but what good would it have done? My mother was dead, and no amount of bloodshed and gut tearing could have changed that. The world doesn't give a fuck about your ideals, Tahar. About doing the right thing. That's just the shit we tell ourselves to help us sleep at night. You eat or you get eaten. It's that simple. I wasn't strong enough when I should have been. And that's why I couldn't help her.
Bro, you were young.
That will never happen again.
Of course you were. Like, this guy, he's blaming himself, man. He's blaming himself. He was too hard on himself, man. He was a young kid who grew up in the most shittiest situation. He probably grew up on the streets. He grew up on the streets. No father. He didn't even mention his father. I don't remember him mentioning his father at all. So he grew up on the streets with a single mom, had a loan shark. The loan shark pretty much, like, fucked the shit out of her constantly, did what he wanted with her, and obviously at the age of 14, when he became a teenager, he ran away, joined the army or the mercenaries or whatever, came back, wanted to kill him, I guess, and then now she's dead. But his remorse, I mean, he grew up, he had a hard life. Just saying, he had a hard life. Really hard life, man. But yeah, no, we need ideals. Yeah, we need ideals.
I see where you're coming from, but without ideals, we'd be living in the claws of Nor.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. To wrap up the story, I enrolled at the university from the money my mother saved for me. Turned out the Sand Prowler mage was wrong. There were some boy-loving professors, but they knew their shit. I studied and practiced until there was nothing left to study. Then I found out about demonology and the power in it. I quit university, and I've been traveling ever since. Taking jobs as a mercenary here and there, but above all, improving my skills. My last stop was Bar Gagora to summon a devourer.
All right, what are you after?
And what are you after, in the long run?
I don't know. I'll find out when I get there.
Oh, yeah, man. Taking it as day by day.
Interesting story. Thanks for your trust, Aram.
Sure.
Oh.
Hope you're happy.
Invoke the Beyond! New skill unlocked! He's part of my party, so I have to check that out. I have to check that out. What is that? What is that? Invoke the Beyond. Summoning demonic. Sacrifice part of your life force to call forth a powerful demon to help you in combat. Yes! 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 Apply. I'm doing that. I am 100% summoning a demon. But the thing is, let me go to where is he? Where is it? Is this not brutality. Spellbook, perks, spells, invoke to beyond, yes. Where should I put it? That's the question. I don't even use. Yeah, I'll use. I don't even use this one. Okay, I'll just place with that. Invoke to beyond. Boom. Excellent. Alrighty. It's the hardest thing in your life, huh? Oh man. I gotta give a shout out to Wolfzaya, man. Thank you for stopping by. Just trying to plug away at the campaign of Spellforce 3 Reforced. Talking to all my crew members before I move on with the main quest. Because I like to get to know my crew before I move on. Story will forever be my #1 priority. That's just my thing. That's just my thing. I'm like 47 hours into the game.
How can I help?
Wait, how many hours am I getting into the game right now? I am Yeah, 47 hours and 31 minutes into the game. Okay, let's talk to Lena. Aina. I can't pronounce your name right for some reason. Would you be willing to tell me more about your friend?
Would you be willing to tell me more about your friend?
You seem to be quite adamant about this, aren't you? Fine, if you insist. What do you want to know?
Well, first of all, did you both have sex? No, I'm joking. How close were you?
How close were you and her exactly?
That's hard to say. We had sex in all those 5 years. She never left my side. So some people might have considered us lovers.
Answer my question.
I'm not sure we ever felt that way towards each other. You see, I don't feel emotions the same way other people do. And neither did Mila. The feelings the bards all sing about, I never had them. And I doubt I am capable of feeling them at all. This bond we had it because we were alike. Because she understood me and I understood her. Without saying a word. And I doubt I will ever have that feeling again.
When you say you were alike, what does that mean?
When you say you were alike, what does that mean? That she also hardly felt emotions?
Yes. But whereas for me, it had been becoming a dreamweaver that had made me who I am. Mila had simply been born that way. There was no logical reason for her condition. It was just what fate or the gods had given her.
Okay.
I understand.
Maybe you do.
So, yeah, was she an assassin as well?
Was she an assassin as well?
She was, yes.
Okay, what was she like then?
What was she like?
That's a difficult question to answer. Compared to me, I would describe her as more cheerful, more talkative. She enjoyed the company of other people far more than I did. Of course, that conviviality was mostly a charade. Her interest in other people was genuine, but it was mainly because she wanted to study them.
Conviviality, that's a new word for me. I gotta look that
Until the
up.
very end, she believed that she could somehow overcome her nature. Of course, it didn't work.
Now that's a really good way. That's a really good description. Conviviality, the quality of being friendly and lively. So it's being friendly. That's a cool. I'll add that to my vocabulary. All right. So how did it happen? The blood burn.
How did she... I mean, how did it happen? The blood burn.
Well, I presume you are familiar with how the disease progresses, so there's no need to explain that part. As for when and where, we were with a small caravan near Everlight, on our way back to Greyfell. We had made camp in a small forest when the symptoms first showed. An old man, one of the caravan leaders, started coughing blood. I think everybody saw, but they all acted as if they hadn't. From that point on, it went straight downhill. Almost 3/4 of the group were infected. And by the next day, a young boy had blood running from his eyes. Do you know what's strange?
What?
Up until that point, I didn't even consider the fact that Mila was infected as well. The thought just didn't ever cross my mind.
How did you find out?
A blister. On the 3rd morning after that night in the forest, she took a bath in a nearby river and I saw it. That was it. I knew what would happen. And so did she. I insisted on riding back to Everlight and looking for a healer. An irrational thing to do, and I knew it. But I figured that a chance was better than none. But she wouldn't have it. I want to tell life when it's over, not the other way around. That's what she had always told me. And that night, it turned out she meant it.
She took her own life.
Yes. When I returned to the camp that night, I found a letter where she told me to meet her at a nearby clearing. I did, and found her laying on the grass, hands crossed behind her head, as if she was watching the moon. There was an empty bottle next to her, and I immediately recognized it. It was the merciful slumber, the most painless of poisons at our disposal. When you drink it, it's almost like falling asleep, very slowly. She was smiling when she faded away.
Yo! That is crazy! Because the reason why she got infected with the bloodburn is because of Tahar's mother, who is a shaper that was singing the song, but the song itself created the bloodburn, and it infected a whole bunch of people. And one of these people was her lover. This is crazy. This is awkward, but crazy. How did you feel about her decision?
How do you feel about her decision?
How should I feel? It was her decision. And it was the most rational choice to make. Dying of the blood burn is incredibly painful. And she avoided that pain. Her last memories were ones of peace.
With all the people you've killed, it was maybe... Oh, God, that's a terrible thing to say. I am definitely not saying that. That's too harsh. I'll just say I'm sorry.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Anyway, is there anything else you wanted to ask?
Slumber. Woo! All right. God damn. The characters in this game have really really in-depth stories about them.
Intriguing.
In any case.
There you are. Tahar, I found something incredible.
What is it?
Remember how I asked you for permission to examine your mother's body? Undergas and I did that yesterday.
Should feel.
I hope you know that wasn't an easy decision for me.
Yeah, Tahar, I know. And believe me, we were respectful. Save for that strange stasis, her body's still unscathed.
Oh, were you able to learn anything?
So? Were you able to learn anything?
We did. And this is what I'm so excited about. That jewel in the front part of her cranium. At first, we thought it was simply an ornament to mark her as a member of the priest caste, but it's more than that. It has magical properties.
Is it an ornament?
But it's still an ornament, isn't it? She wasn't born with it.
No, she wasn't. As I said, the different castes had different ornaments worked into their bodies, and while the ornaments of the lower castes were probably just adornments, those of the higher castes were actually magical.
What kind of magical properties? Question mark.
What kind of magical properties?
It's somewhat similar to the Harbinger's rune. It's essentially a magical talisman that made them smarter and stronger. Long story short, despite her spirit being gone, the ornament still seems to be active. I think we could remove it.
What? Isn't that dangerous?
Isn't that dangerous?
I'm close to certain it isn't. The ornaments are really just jewelry, like a ring, only woven into the flesh. I think we can remove it without causing your mother's body any harm. But then again, there's no way of knowing for sure.
What? Yeah, what for? What the hell?
And what for?
As I said, the jewel is magical. If you wear it, say, as a talisman, it could increase your magical powers significantly. It could really help us in our fight against Lacane.
All right, do it, do it, do it!
All right, do it.
Of course. Give me a moment, will you? Shouldn't take long.
Hopefully it won't kill her.
All right, Tahar. It worked. Here, take a look. Can you feel it? It's amazing.
And you sure it didn't damage her body?
And you're sure it didn't damage your body?
Pretty sure. Removing the jewel only caused a small wound, and I stitched it up right away. It should be fine. Now, take a look. Do you feel that energy?
All right.
You're right. It's immense.
Well, I guess now we know why the lower castes revered the priests as gods. Telepathy, magical ornaments, they were almost superhuman, so to speak. Either way, I think it'll help you on the field. Thanks again for your trust, Tahar.
Alright, I guess I'll equip that since it's my mother. This place looks familiar.
It's true. There's a dragon nearby. It's enormous.
So you think it actually is an elder?
My guess is as good as yours, Tahar. What I can tell you is that this thing has the power of 100 Devourers, or 36 Zarek Nar combined. And it's old. Very old.
That's comforting. Remind me, Tahar, why did we just bring one battalion here and not our entire army?
Because the Purity will notice if we move our entire army and could use the opportunity to attack. Right now, nobody knows we're here. Now let's head out.
Alright. Let me upgrade my people here.
Huh?
Didn't expect to see travelers all the way out here.
That's what she said. Roasted beef.
Tondea. That sounds Hibernian.
It does, because it is. We're Valis Draigin, dragon hunters, as you'd call it. Which is why I urge you to head right back where you came from. There's a Yal Dragin, an elder dragon, just waiting to sink its fangs into you. As it has done with the idiots you've probably seen on the wayside.
Alright, you're Hibernian dragon hunters?
So you're actually Hibernian dragon hunters?
Well, we're not 800 years old, so we're obviously descendants.
I hate to break it to you, but the only proven direct descendant of Hibernia is Queen Aelith.
Our order has been around for over 100 years now. We've found Hibernian blood all over Northander. I'm not surprised you don't know us. Most people don't. Even though if it weren't for us, half of Northander would be eaten by wyverns by now.
Huh. Interesting.
Alright, who were the corpses on the wayside? Yeah.
Who were these corpses on the wayside?
Traders on the way to Windholm. We told them the same I'm telling you, but of course, that Ulan wouldn't listen. They did have some good cargo, though. So at least their deaths helped someone.
It took one of your men, didn't it? Yeah.
It took one of your men, too, didn't it?
A woman. But yeah, it did. Yelena. That fucking beast burnt her skin right off her skull. She'll be the last one we lose, though, I can promise you that.
Val Dragin?
Val Draigin.
Draigin.
I'm guessing that's Hibernian for dragon.
Actually, it's the other way around. Dragon is common for Draigin. That's where the word came from in the first place.
Alright, so it's true. There's an elder in the oasis.
So it's true. There's an elder in the oasis.
That's what I just said.
I think that dragon is here for me.
I think that dragon is here for me.
Are you sure? I heard it was here for that marvelous cheesecake they made in Everlight.
I'm not joking. There has been a magical outbreak 4 weeks ago, and I was responsible for it. We have reason to believe that this dragon is headed to our camp.
An outbreak, huh? That's what Pavlos said, too. Well, if that's the case, you should probably talk to him yourself.
Excellent. More talking.
Sounds like a plan. Valis Draigin? Whoever these guys are, they aren't Hibernians, Tahar.
What makes you think that?
Hibernians were 8 feet tall and had light green eyes and pitch black, slightly bluish hair. That guy looked more like a child at a masquerade party than anything else, and even his accent sounded put on. Queen Aelith is the last living Hibernian. All the scholars agree on that.
Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Tondea. I don't know who you are,
the
but
hell?
it's best if you turn around right now.
Yeah, we know the
He
story.
has the same photo
One
as
of your
me.
men told us all about it. We're here for that dragon, same as you.
You are? Huh. Normally, I'd tell you to run as far as you can. But I have to admit, you people have an impressive aura. Tell me, how did you learn of the Dragin?
Our scouts told us about it?
The Iron Falcons told us about it. We have reason to believe it's here for us.
Explain.
Well, you're a mage, right?
Yes.
Then I'm sure you noticed a shift in a magical pattern some weeks ago. One that also ended the blood burn.
There have been a lot of magical oddities recently. But yes, I think I know what you're talking about. That was also when that purity lunatic started creating his machines. So, what are you implying? That you had something to do with that shift?
So to speak, yes. We assume that the Elder sensed it and now feels drawn to me, for whatever reason.
Nonsense.
No.
Nonsense.
Actually, it isn't, Kivron. This is the first sighting of an Elder since the War of the Six Races. And back then, it was also a magical explosion that woke him. And this man isn't lying. His aura is remarkable, in every aspect. Listen, let me make you an offer. What would you say about joining forces? You are powerful, no question about that. But still, you and your little entourage won't be enough to go up against an Elder.
Alright, how can you help us? You're only a handful of warriors.
How can you help us? You're only a handful of warriors.
A handful of Valis Dragin. I know you're powerful.
Difference.
Only a fool wouldn't see that. But fighting Draconoids is what we do for a living. Without our help, That Dragin will smother you.
Did you ever fight an elder before?
Saras Jodul. As I said, the last time an elder was sighted was during the War of the Six Races. So no, we haven't. But that doesn't change the fact that we know more about Draconoids than anybody else on Io. But please, if you are so eager to get killed, go ahead. I will not beg.
Are you sure killing him is the only way? Can we, like, take control of him? Can I ride the dragon? I want to ride the dragon.
Are you sure killing him is the only way?
Well, you can also let him kill you, if that's what you prefer. I don't know where you get your ideas from, but Dragin are beasts, as you might have been able to tell from the charred corpses up the hill.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good. We can use all the help we can get.
I'm happy to hear that. However, there's one more
thing. Hey, Dragon, it's your boy,
two, actually. First of all, we want the heart and the eyes. Secondly, I'll need you to do a minor task for us first.
Minor task? Oh, man, okay. Why? Why the heart?
Why the heart and the eyes?
It's a custom. But don't worry. The scales and the claws will be more than enough to recompense you for your efforts. On that note, if you have the coin, I can also talk to Reeve and see if he'd be willing to turn those scales into an armor for you.
An armor? What? Aren't you a bit too generous?
Aren't you a bit too generous? These scales must be worth thousands, yet you're offering to give them away for free.
We don't hunt for the gold, stranger. Also, the heart and the eyes are quite valuable too, but not nearly as useful to you as an armor. So we'd both profit from that bargain.
What? Okay. An armor?
You're talking about a dragon scale armor.
Yes, but I cannot make any promises yet. Reeve can be complicated when it comes to such matters.
Okay. Yo, this guy, okay. What is this minor task, you ask him?
What minor task? We shouldn't be wasting our time.
You're absolutely right. We shouldn't. But I need you to do this. There's a small nest of wyverns just across the pond. We're still recovering from the last battle and haven't gotten around to taking them out yet.
So, do it now.
We were going to. But if we're to fight together, my men will want to see a display of strength first. Ancient Hibernian custom. So, I suggest you come back once you're done. I'll talk to my men now.
Alrighty. Guess I'll prepare. Get some supplies. Yeah, gonna need lots of these. Lots of them. If I encounter people, I'll stop.
That man, he wasn't telling you the whole truth. An elder's heart is worth more than 3 elder scales. Yes, made into an armor, they will be useful. But this Pavos made sure he and his men are on the wrong end of the stick.
Well, I didn't know that. Stay along for now.
So they don't value money. They value the parts of the dragon.
Easy.
That's what they value, I guess. Huh? Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. That is cool.
That way?
That is nice.
Let's see.
I wonder how long it'll last.
Sounds like a plan.
I don't know what this is. Like a big ass demon. All right, cool. All right, save and let's go in.
Corporal,
let's Leroy Jenkins this bad boy.
Sure.
Whoa! God damn! What on earth is that? All right. We need a plan here. Okay. We take about one at a time.
Damn it, I need healing.
All right. Got you. Also got
help me for heck's sake.
Hold up. Can I take out this guy first? Can I freeze him? Damn it! Oh god! Revive! Oh, wrong guy. Gotta get him.
Shit. Help me.
Gotta get him. Get him up. All right. Oh my god. That is totally not cool. Sounds like
a plan.
Fall back. I gotta revive either Tahar or Yes! Get him up.
Come on. Over here. Don't die on us now.
One of our heroes.
God damn it. Gore. Get him up. Okay, I gotta transform into a wolf or something. All right. One of you guys.
Easy.
Go over here. Iria.
Blazes, get up, will you?
Oh god, this is not good. Come on, get up. Can he beat him? Oh, maybe he can beat him. Yes! Oh.
This is still strange.
Oh.
Blazes, get up, will you?
Oh my god, he even walks like the guy who's having first day in the gym. Pretty much.
Fine.
I need to be more careful.
Oh my god. We killed the Wyverns, man.
Tandea.
Okay, we cleared out the Wyvern nest.
We cleared out the nest.
Very good. I also told my men about my idea. And though they weren't exactly thrilled, they agreed to help out.
Great. Does that mean we can finally start doing what we came here for?
You're a bit too eager, considering what you're up against. But yes, we can start the hunt. I have already put together a plan.
Then fill us in.
A plan?
We should attack from two sides. First, you and your people launch a frontal assault. Once you have the dragon's attention, we'll charge in from the side and drive that thing into the claws of Nor with our spears. Find a way to protect yourself against the dragon fire. Put on the same armor you'd use against a mountain-tall, ravaging ball of moon-silver daggers. And don't even try to use blunt weapons against that thing. That'll do as much good as smashing your head against the Grey Keep walls.
All right, I got it.
Good. Then we'll move up to the bushes and wait for your attack. Good luck. And try to last more than a minute.
God damn. Already. What should I take? So, Beast Slayer's bow. Oh yeah, Iria can equip that. Can she? Yeah, but the one she has right now, it's way better. A sword and a shield. I'll take the bow. Double damage was wild and oh yeah. Well, I'll take the bow and I'll equip it on Iria. Since we're facing dragons.